and welcome to Sundays with Neelu. I hope you all are doing well. Thank you for all your story responses on last week's story. My prayers and best wishes to everyone. Coming to this week's story. This week's story's title is The Catch of a Lifetime. And this is the story of integrity. So once there was a boy and his father who would go fishing every single day. They would sit there, the father had a cabin and there was a dock there. They would sit by the by the bay and sit there and keep fishing. So all day the boy used to observe his father, and many days they did this. So once there was a competition of sorts. There was a festival basically in that place, and it was a small place, and people from neighborhood gathered there who were interested in fishing, and all of them had to catch the best bait. Whoever had the best fish, caught the best fish would be obviously rewarded. So the father and the son also participated in this. They came early, they sat there, they were chatting and they were fishing. So it went on. The son kept, catching sunfish and worms, etc. And the time went on. So as he was doing this, he suddenly realized that he would want to fish even more. So he quickly, tied a lure to his rod and he started fishing. So suddenly he felt something big jumping and he could hear the splash. And when he saw it was a huge bass, no, it was a huge one, and it came out and the fish looked beautiful. The harbor lights, it was already dark. The harbor lights was, you know, shining on the fish's body, and it was just simply like a rainbow, yeah, with all the water drops on it. And the father looked at the son, and he was very happy. That he said, "I'm delighted you caught a big fish." And he lit a match, and he saw, and the fish was just glimmering in the lights of the night. So then the son said, "Father, I'm so happy. I'm going to present it now." So the father looked at his watch and he said, "It's not yet time to present it because the festival hasn't started. There is still time to go. There is 2 hours to go. So you must put that fish back into the water, and only when it is time we will fish again." So the son got very disappointed. He said, "Father, but no one is watching us. Why do I have to put it back?" The father said in a firm tone that even if no one is watching you, you need to put it back because that's the right thing to do. The son heard his father's voice and he knew it was very firm, and he put it back immediately in water. He was thoroughly disappointed and both of them went back home. But 34 years later, he became an accomplished architect. He was in New York, and the cabin was still there, the dock was still there. So he would come back with his children. Yeah, this 11-year-old boy turned 34, and he would come back with his children there and fish regularly. But he never caught such a magnificent bass ever again in his life. Yeah, so this was something which he learned. But whenever he had to make important decisions, the fish always was there right in front of his eyes. The fish which he caught for the first time in his life, the magnificent fish which he caught for the first time in his life, always came in front of his eyes, appeared in front of his eyes whenever he had to make the right decision. So, ethics and morals are not something which we follow when we are in front of people. It is also what we follow when no one is watching us. So, integrity is that what we have when what we do when no one is watching us. The acts of integrity are those what we perform when no one is watching us. So, most of us do the right thing in front of everyone in public, but when we have to do something alone, we dismiss it. So ethics and morals come from a place where, from the heart, and from a place of truth. Yeah, so truth is something which is true no matter what. No matter who's watching you, who's not watching you, truth still remains the same, ethics still remain the same. So this is something which I liked very much, and this takes me back to my childhood when we all were playing, all my cousins, we all were playing, and there was sand, and we went for a summer holiday, and we were playing in the backyard, and I was on a swing, I still remember. And while we were swinging, there was my feet hit the sand, and there was a coin that flipped and swirled in front of me, and it just fell down. So one of my cousins rushed and picked up that coin. It was, I think, it was a 1 rupee coin, and those days we got many goodies for 1 rupee, and we could quickly go and fetch them. So as we saw that coin, one of my cousins said that, "Come, let's go and buy something." So we all, I said, "Just wait a minute." Yeah, I was the oldest of them. So then I said, "Let's go and put it back at the shrine, at the altar, which is there at home." So all of them were very uncomfortable. They looked at me and they said, "What is this?" I said, "No, I think we don't know to whom this coin belongs to. So let it go. We'll let it go and we'll put it at the altar, which will be used for some good purpose." So we went back home and we put it at the altar where all coins were kept, their money was kept. So that is what I feel is integrity. When no one is watching you, what are you doing? Yeah. So there ends the story. I will come back with another new story next Sunday, only on Sundays with Neelu. Please listen to this story nicely. And there are subtitles also, so you all can understand the story very well. And also, I would want to say that I would be waiting for your responses in the comment section. I'll respond to all the comments which are related to this story. Thank you so much for being with me always, and lots of happiness and good wishes to all of you. Thank you. Have a wonderful week ahead. Bye.